We are here. Ferek and Denkainen. Excellent adventure. You are the illusionist. You are known as Ferek the illusionist. I am Denkainen, the almost archmage.
Right. And so this is the segment of the show where not only do we dress up, but we also do a Greyhawk hex crawl.
Right.
With characters from a pad of the Goldenrod character sheets back in the day, which I bought off of eBay, and some of them were filled in. And we decided to do a hex crawl. And as James noted, I am Ferek, the 11th level illusionist, with my trusty companion, Serdic, Sinwise.
And I have Ingwald Sithruth, who is the half-veggie pygmy.
Correct. Which apparently does not get a lot of stares. Strangely, has not caused us any issues.
No issues whatsoever.
So, in the last time, so we were transported from the Valley of the Mage to the Solnor Ocean.
Yes.
On the very eastern part of Greyhawk, and we encountered the Sea Barons. We gave fealty to the Sea Barons. We were then sent north into the Solnor Ocean to patrol against incursions by the Snow Barbarians.
Correct.
We came across Snow Barbarians, which were attacking a ship.
Yes.
We were unable to save the ship, but we did save some members, the crew members.
We did.
3 crew, so the Snow Barbarians were defeated, and we have taken aboard our ship 3 members of that ship who had been traveling to Ratic, which is a province on the eastern part of Greyhawk, and it was 2 humans and 1 gnome that they appear to be like pilgrims.
Yes.
And they are telling us they have important business in Ratic, but they're not telling us what it is. And they have been referring to themselves as cousin and nephew, which is unusual to us.
It's very unusual.
So we're eating dinner with them. And so that is where we pick up the saga. And as always, we ask...
apparently you like using ink, the way you printed that.
I could not get rid of the black. Yes, I had to tell my wife, I'm sorry, I'm going to destroy the ink here. It was easier just to spend the money on the ink than to spend the time figuring out how to remove the black background.
Okay.
So what we do is we ask our listeners to post on the Discord ideas for the next segment, and then we randomly roll, and we then just decide, randomly what is going to be the theme for the next segment.
Right. So you compiled these from Discord, which was good because there was a lot of good ideas.
I did, and I have 11 of them, and I have not forgotten what the winner was last time because there was a part of the one last time, which could still play out.
Yes.
So, and I've not forgotten about that. That is still in play. So this is sort of like a fork in the road.
Right.
There's a bit of both. And I have 11 of them, and I'll be rolling for 12. So I'm going to randomly roll.
You're going to roll. Okay.
Right, because I'm running this thing. Right? Well, you can roll it if you want. You can roll if you want.
I can
but
roll
you're
it
not going
because
to
I don't know
what
which one they are. So I'm rolling a D12, right?
You're rolling a D12.
12.
You have to re-roll.
9.
Okay, so let me read this real quickly as you explain that you're going to be running these characters, right? And I will be running this, right? Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I have no idea what the encounters are supposed to be about.
Right. Oh, yes, okay, got it. You were 1 away from you all sink and die. I'll let you know that. It's not that one. 1 away. He said he was just kidding. I can't remember, that was the Admiral said that he was just kidding, but I included that. You put it down. It's getting included.
Save or die.
So it's not going to be that one. Okay. So yes, so I will be DMing this, and you will be running. Would you like to have my?
Yes, I will hold them as well.
You'll hold Ferek.
I mean, I will refer to you from time to time, like you did, to say what would Ferek do. But I am having both of them.
Yes. Okay. So you are in the water. In the Solnor Ocean.
Well, we're in the ocean. We're in the boats in the ocean. We're not we're not literally in the ocean.
That is correct.
Okay.
You are in our boat. You are in your boats.
The boats. That's
we are
right.
together in the Solnor Ocean, heading toward Ratic. As you approach what you believe is Ratic, you notice tall mountain peaks jutting up against the sky, almost as if these mountain peaks come right up to the coastline.
Like a cliff.
And you notice also on the right-hand side, you notice a dense forest. And you see what you believe is the town of Marner. Ships heading into it.
Do we know anything about Marner? We ask our guests, bring up our guests, see if they know anything about this town.
So your two guests, two pilgrim types and this gnome come about, and they say, yes, excellent, that is Marner. And the gnome says, yes, many gnomes in that area. And they say, yes, Marner, as you know, as we mentioned to you last time, we hope to bring information to the leaders in Ratic that will help them defeat the hordes that have been invading from the Bone March. Ratic, besieged from both the south in the Bone March and from the demi-humans. Sorry, not demi-humans.
The demi-humans. Gnomish hordes.
Oops, that's a slip. I meant humanoids. Oops. The humanoids of the Rakers. Fortunately, though, Ratic has currently a fragile alliance with the Frost Barbarians to the north, so that way they can look to the west and to the south and not fear the north. But it is a perilous situation in the town.
This is very complicated.
Marner.
Why can't we just drop you off at Marner and then leave?
That is your business. You may certainly do so if you would like to, but to Marner you must take us.
Well, we did honor bound that we would take you, even though I'm regretting that decision every day now.
And when one of the guys says, but you must take us to Marner, strangely in the distance you hear like a thunderclap.
Ooh.
Thunder. Okay.
Every time Marner said thunderclap?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Do I have a thunderclap? I need to put one on here. Go ahead, thunderclap.
Actually, there's a storm giant below you. Okay. So
exactly.
get ready to ride the lightning, James.
Oh, no.
So you bring your ship in to Marner, and you can tell the minute you arrive, a custom official approaches you and says, Sea Barons, what is a ship of the Sea Barons doing in Marner? Pray tell. I don't know what pray tell means, but it sounds like it's appropriate here. Pray tell.
What is your name, insolent one?
That's Ignwald talking to the person.
What is that? What do you bring to the town of Marner? Is that humanoid? Does he come from the...
His meat smells fresh, boss.
Does he come from the Bone March?
No. Pay no mind to my loyal servant. I am the great Denkainen.
Crickets.
Dun-dun-dun. What, no one knows me? I'm the great Denkainen?
I'm not familiar with Denkainen from the land of the Sea Barons.
We are not. We have aligned ourselves with the Sea Barons, for we have found their alliance necessary for my quests and my dear compatriot Ferek. Ferek and I lead this crew, and we are bringing ambassadors and pilgrims who are here to see the great leader of Ratic. Bring up the ones we rescued from the snow barbarians.
I'll need to get my supervisor. You see, he waves over somebody, and another person in chainmail comes up, and there's some whispering.
Okay.
And this older man, he's got a big scar across his cheek. And he says, and he looks you up and down, he says, I must say, you do look ridiculous.
This is the finest purple from the forests west of here that you peasants have never seen before. Empires could be built with the cost of this robe.
I was not familiar with the Sea Barons dabbling in the magics. Very interesting. Okay.
They will assume any alignment they can to support the northern province against its incursions of the Bone March, which you should be supportive of.
It is true that the support of the...
Why am I speaking to... Who are you?
I am Elmer.
And that means...
Elmer. Elmer of the Guard. Surely you've heard of me.
No, I've not heard
I've
of you.
just returned from the battle in the Loftwood in the Bone March. I received this wound from a Norker, who I then slayed.
So instead of fighting, you're here pestering those who come in to provide assistance?
We will search your ship. This is protocol for any ship coming from a origin that has not been pre-approved.
I ask I speak to the people who came with us. Could you describe what I did to the snow barbarians when they attempted to board our vessel?
So there's a bunch of people behind you, and they're all like shaking their heads and like doing this. And I was like, Elmer's like, just a minute, and he waves somebody over. Somebody even older comes over, and there's some whispering. He's like, yes, I see. So, we of course. Why have you come to Ratchik? My understanding is that the Sea Barons were supporting and protecting the northern province. You seem a bit far north for the Sea Barons.
Is my language so advanced that you do not understand what I said? We are escorting these folks, these pilgrims who were their vessel was waylaid by the snow barbarians. They were taking on water, and before they succumbed to the great sea, we rescued them, and they asked us, and we are honor bound to bring them here.
And when you turn and say these three, there's nobody there. They're like, what three? What three?
Igwald, where did they go?
They were just there a minute ago.
Where'd they go?
Did anyone? And I look at the crew of 200. Anyone know where they went? What were you doing? Why are you here?
What's Igwald's wisdom?
Igwald? 13.
Give me a wisdom check for Ingwald.
He's 6.
You made it?
Yes.
Ingwald says he knows that they went down that alley.
They got off the boat? You let them off the boat?
What happened? I wasn't paid. I was listening to you. You're doing such a great job explaining things, boss.
Yeah, so Ingwald says, yes, they noticed they slipped down an alley. He says, well, I don't know. I can't keep track of people that have been on board your ship. But as you notice, there is a group of people who are boarding. They're searching your ship. There will be the customary tax, the customary duty will be imposed for all values for keeping that here in the port in Marnar. Also, there will be an additional 10% military surcharge, which of course can be waived if you agree to serve in the militia. What is your choice?
This is very interesting. I will speak to Ferek, and I will say, Ferek, do me a favor, and I prepare to cast Charm Person on the old man.
It's Elmer's father, Elmer Sr.
Yes, Elmer Sr.
Okay.
I cast Charm Person on him.
Is there a save? There is a save.
There is a save, but he does it at a minus because I'm wearing my robe of the Arch Magi.
Oh, okay. So I will roll. I'm rolling for save.
Yes.
An 8. That doesn't sound good.
He is not saved.
Okay. So what do you do?
So Elmer's father, I remind him that as a good friend of his, and a favor, we of course will pay any normal duties, but we have paid all the other previous war tariffs fast. And I remind him of that he should go back to his books, and he will see them there. And I'll meet him later to square up with his tithes, and he should take his people out.
So Elmer Sr. says to his son, yes, I think, if I recall correctly, I think there was something back in the books regarding that military surcharge. Yes, follow me. And they all disperse.
Very good, very good. I didn't think they would ever leave.
Yeah, so what are you going to do? So what you've seen is, you've avoided a military surcharge, and you also notice that...
And them boarding and seeing 1 million gold pieces that we have on our ship.
Yes, the tax has not been paid. Everyone's been called off. And Ingvald has noticed these 3.
Right, they're going down the alley.
And you also notice there's a big bazaar there. All sorts of stuff is being sold. You notice what looks like weapons maybe from like snow barbarians. There's big furs and also like orcish weapons. There's this big bazaar that seems to be all sorts of stuff that has been, gathered from maybe looting and wars is being sold in this marketplace. Wow. What do you do?
Well, I return back to my chambers and leverage my crystal ball with ESP. And I will go down there and I will tell Ingwald and I will tell Cedric and Ferek. Ferek, mind them, send our henchmen to pursue the 3. I will avail to see what their plans of doing.
Okay.
I will retire to my chambers.
Okay, so you retire to your chambers. So the other 3, some henchmen are running around and trying to follow the 3.
Right.
And okay, go ahead. You're going to do some scrying.
I'm scrying, yes.
You're crying.
I'm scrying and scrying.
You're all right. So you are crying. Okay. You're scrying.
I'm scrying and trying to ascertain where they are going.
Okay.
For I am very familiar with them now that I've spent time with them.
Yes. So hold
They
on.
are personally well known, or personally known slightly. So I have an 85% chance of locating.
Okay. I am rolling percentile dice. So you look down in your crystal ball, and you see the three of them seem to be in what looks like a tavern room, huddled around a little table, and they have a little candlelight, and they have some papers on the table, and so you're able to hear what they're saying. Is that right, your crystal ball?
I have ESP as part of this thing.
So ESP will allow you to do...
I think I can read their thoughts, but I'm going to confirm that.
Okay, I'm going to make a roll while you're trying to read their thoughts. I'm flipping and turning.
I know the thoughts of the ones in range.
So they in range? Well, they're probably...
They're in range because of the crystal ball.
Okay, so what you do is you hear one of the men, you can tell what they're thinking.
Yes.
Is what they're talking about, is they're talking about some artifact that they are searching for, that they would like to use to help support the humanoids in the Bone March and their incursions against Ratic and the Northern Province, and that they believe it is somewhere nearby. And the sense you get is they're talking about an item, an ancient artifact that exactly resembles any of the more common magical horns, such as horns of blasting, a horn of bubbles, etc. But this one, apparently say, yes, if we had this, this would be so useful. Oh, what does it do? The gnome wants to know. Our understanding is that if it is winded one time, a power from table 1.
Oh, no, not from table 1.
Or an effect from table 3.
Oh, the horror.
Will occur. If the horn is twice sounded, a power from table 2 or an effect from table 6 will occur. If 3 blasts are given, a power from table 5 or an effect from table 6 will occur. Apparently, there's this great horn. It's called a horn of change.
The horn of change.
And they are seeking this horn of change.
And they think it's located north of here.
They believe it is located somewhere in the Rakers.
And they plan to pursue it?
They do. They have a map.
Oh, excellent.
That they believe leads them into the Rakers where this horn is located.
Excellent. So I go up deck and I let Ferek know. We have change in plans, dear colleague. We have an item that will help us retain and get our seats back on the Mage's Council. And ultimately I will be asserted to the GROGTALK, where I will listen carefully. So we need to figure out where those 3 who were... Our fortune is smiling upon us, even though we got involved with something we didn't. They have access to an item that will help us.
Oh, what kind of item?
It appears to be a horn of mystical and great power.
Do you have any information where we might find this?
Yes, I relay to him the information that I was able to scry. So we need to follow them, because without the map, we will not be successful.
I'm sure the Rakers are not dangerous.
I'm sure they're not dangerous. For us, for folks like us, it's never a challenge at all.
Excellent, excellent. I think this horn might be able to help us prove our innocence somehow. Don't you think?
Well, if not prove our innocence, it will prove that we're not felled by the Archmage in his attempts to remove us from his sight. Instead, he will see that we should be ascendant, and we should wear the great holy cowl of magistry. Yes. So I will, and in the meantime, Igwald and Serdic are kind of trying to attempt to follow.
Oh yes,
they were trying to follow the people away.
Oh, let's find out. So it's like when it turns, like in a movie, like it turns to a different scene. Yeah, let's do something random here. All right.
See what they
James, give me a. Is it daytime or nighttime?
It was daytime.
Okay, give me a random roll, sir.
23.
Right as I come around the corner,
Okay.
5 men,
Ooh.
and what appears to be an additional man. It looks like 10 men.
10 men.
No, yeah, 10 men, a large squad. They walk right into it. They turn around the corner, and you walk into a large group of men. And you see one person who has some sort of like holy symbol around his neck, and we'll say, looking at Ingwald, what are you doing?
Ah!
And then they all kind of, ah!
What do you want?
Where were you going so fast?
We are seeking. My master sent me to find those who are on our ship. Did you see 3 people come this way? One a small gnome with salty flesh.
You seek them.
I do.
What is your business with them?
We must return them to my master.
So, you're in league with the Scarlet Brotherhood, then.
Who?
Don't play stupid with me, pygmy. And they grab both of them and haul them away to the city dungeon.
Oh, well, if they're going to try to grab him,
All right, well, do it. Yes, you may declare your action. You're coming with me to the city dungeon, and there are 10 guards, plus a sergeant, plus what appears to be a cleric. They appear to be watchmen.
Okay.
You ran into the wrong people, baby. All right.
All right. Well, he will. Let's see. Ferek, who can't pretty much do anything. Oh, that's Ferek can do.
So what is so maybe you can let our listeners know
so
what
Ferek,
are those.
I'm sorry. Cedric is a 1st level fighter. Ingwald is a 5th level fighter, and so Ferek is I'm sorry. Cedric is going to. Ingwald tells him,
Stand in front of us. Stand together so we can defend ourselves.
and he, meaning Ingwald, is going to use his cube of force, which is.
Oh. Okay, so hold on. So it's a 3. All right. So hold on, because I got a cleric here. So just to let you know, so there's 10 guards. There is a sergeant as well, which is a 3rd level. Hold on, I'll let you know.
Okay. So
we have a 2nd level fighter. So there's 10.
So for those who are playing at home, we like doing the random. We did a random table, city table. That's what you did, basically.
I did that.
And you've pulled this up.
This is on page 191 for City Encounter,
Yep.
Daylight. We rolled City Watchman, because I think you rolled a 22 or a 23.
Yeah, that's right.
City Watchman encounters, I'm on page 191 of the DMG, are with squads of the watch. 5 men plus a 1st to 3rd level sergeant during daylight, double numbers. Oh, at night. So I'm sorry. So it's at night. It's larger. So it's 5 men plus a sergeant, which I rolled a 2nd level fighter. These squads will always be accompanied by a cleric of 2nd to 5th level, and I think I rolled a 4th level.
Okay, so you have a 4th level cleric.
Indentured to the city, as magic users are to the city guard. They will generally act as do city guards, and at night these patrols will be ready to aid attacked. Okay, so they act as city guards. So what do city guards do? Well, I mean, they're just guards. Oh, they will question suspicious persons, arrest lawbreakers. And so just to let you know, because we kind of played this out together.
Yes.
So they had followed these guys. They knew who the 3 were and had been tipped off. That's why I was playing this. So now, of course, they're very suspicious of Ingwald. They think they're somehow connected with them.
Because he's a half Vegapygmy, too.
And he's half Vegapygmy. That alone is breaking a law.
Absolutely.
So they are being apprehended as suspicious people.
So he's going to use his cube of force.
Okay, so how would we do this? We would probably roll for, because they were grabbing them, would we roll initiative?
Yeah, you have to roll initiative.
Okay, so...
Because they're going to move towards him, and he's...
They are, and there's 7 of them.
Right.
Oh, and we got a cleric. Should we roll for what spell he has memorized to go?
Yeah, 4th level, he would have a 3 and 2 if he didn't have a wisdom bonus.
Okay, so we're going to the DMG. He has a 3 and a 2, so give me a...
What are they, D12s?
Oh, so they're D12s.
Yeah.
So what do you want to roll first?
So we'll do the 1st level.
Okay.
4,
Cure Light Wounds.
10,
Remove Fear.
9.
Purify Food and Drink.
That's good. 2 for 2nd level.
Chant.
That's good. And 9. 6, excuse me.
No alignment.
No alignment. There
Oh,
you go.
that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Oh, we better hope he's got a good alignment. I wonder what their alignment. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
one's chaotic evil. So
Awesome. See,
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. But
one's
you only-
chaotic good, one's chaotic evil.
Oh, but how? Oh, that's what he's. Okay, so he's memorized those for the day. All right, that'll be very useful.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, so he's going to use his cube of force to try to block them from getting at him. That's the plan.
Got it. And so we're rolling initiative.
Yes,
And we're apprehending. Obviously, they're all just.
You're going to try to grapple.
They're all grappling. Okay.
I'm going to put this right here.
So
All right.
there's your die 6.
4.
You have rolled a 4, and the city watchmen have rolled a 2.
So I'm putting the cube of force in front of me. So I'm
Oh,
turning.
what's the casting time?
There's no casting time. You
Oh.
just turn it on. It's like activating an item.
Oh, that's right. It's a magic item.
It's a
isn't
magic
it?
item,
It's
that's
not a
right.
spell. Okay.
That's right. And so now he pressed the he pressed the 5th face. I'm sorry. He pressed the 3rd face, which is keeps out all living matter.
And how much? And is there
It's
a
a 10-foot
radius for
cube
that?
around. It's a 10-foot cube around him.
Oh, what if you're inside the cube?
Well, you'll have to decide who's inside the cube and who's not inside.
Okay, I'm going to say...
Because his strategy is he keeps everyone else out and then he kills the ones who are in there.
I gotcha. So I'm going to roll the Angry Monk dice, just ask if anyone is in the cube, okay? Any other ones are in the cube. No. So that was good. So they were just kind of surrounded.
Okay.
They didn't know what you were. They were scared. I'm not getting close to that veg pygmy. So all right. So the good news for you is you are now in a cube of force.
Right. So now we're moving back towards the thing. We move.
So they're trying to grab,
Yes,
and they're all like.
That's right. They're trying to push. And how many charges does that take? Because it doesn't last forever. So he's like,
yeah, this is not good.
Stay out of here.
So it's going down the marketplace, like going through town.
right. He's just pushing people around.
It's
Right.
quite a commotion.
Oh,
hang on. Are people starting to? Let me see. Are people starting to mill? Yes. Everyone's starting. This is becoming a spectacle, James.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's a vegapygmy. And I
Right.
mean, it's not like Cerdric is. Have you seen Cerdric's face? Cerdric is the normal-looking one.
That's right. Exactly. Well, they have 2 hours of keeping them out. Now the guy can cast spells, but he can't. They can't.
Oh, so he can cast no alignment.
Yes, he could cast no alignment.
Okay, he's gonna. How? There's 2 of these.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. One's
he-
chaotic good and one's chaotic
Well,
evil.
okay. I'll roll to see who he's gonna. I would think he's gonna go. I think it's got to be the vegapygmy.
Right.
I would think he would naturally, because that's the.
I think he
weird
can
one.
scan multiple people with no alignment. So
Oh, can he? Well, let's see.
I believe so.
Well, let's see. Cleric. What is that? 2.
It's a 2nd level.
It's a root spell. All right.
So yeah, their goal is to get back to the docks and get back to Denkainen and Ferek.
Well, they've caused some problems. A no alignment spell enables a cleric to exactly read the aura of a person.
One creature. Okay, one creature.
This will reveal the exact
so it's
alignment
one
of the
creature-
person. Yeah.
One creature per round.
Oh, one creature per round.
Yes, but you have to be within
Oh, it's
10
one
feet.
turn.
Yeah.
Oh, but I got
But
to
it
be
took
within
one round to
10 feet.
cast, so that now he's 60 feet away. So he's gonna have to run towards him.
Oh, but I can go up to the bubble.
Yeah, he can.
Oh, are they running? They got to run together.
But they're moving at 6 because that's how big as that fast. The
Well,
cube
that's
can
right. You
move.
can't move too fast because
Right.
if, like one person moves ahead, the other
No,
one.
they're all there. That's why I said
like a
get
chain
next to
gang.
Yeah, they're right next to each other in this cube, and all these guards are surrounding him, hitting at it. Yeah.
So he would be able to get up there and do a no alignment.
Oh, sure.
Okay,
At some
so,
point,
so,
yeah.
all right. So what? No. So he knows their alignment. Now.
He knows one's chaotic good and the other one's chaotic evil.
That's weird. He's very confused. This story gets stranger.
That's right. And Cedric, I assume Cedric goes, "We will bring you back to our master. We are not aligned with the Scarlet Brotherhood. We are part of the Sea Barons."
So I assume,
As a slow chase as they're walking through.
right. He's like discussing it, and people are milling about.
That's right.
So basically, Denkainen and Ferek
Mm-hmm.
are there.
At the ship.
Oh, that's right. You're back at the ship. That's right.
They were at the ship. We sent the henchmen to follow them, and we were at the ship scrying, and Ferek was obviously keeping things
So
around.
we're getting on your ship now.
Well, we're trying to get back to the ship. Well, all we see is this crowd of guards surrounding the 2 of them as they're trying to get back to the ship.
That's right. So they will get back. How long is it going to last?
2 hours.
Oh, 2 hours. So they get back, but we're boarding. So at some point in time, you hear Denkainen and Ferek.
Right.
You hear a big commotion.
Ah, yes.
And somebody comes knocking on the door.
Ah. What is it? Who disturbs me?
I'm very sorry, sir. But there's a commotion up above. Something very strange is going on up above.
You cannot bother Ferek with this triviality?
Oh, he's just an illusionist. He's pathetic.
Ah, true.
He's a subclass.
Yeah, illusionist was enough. It's redundant.
He's a watered down magic user.
I will put on my hat here, and I will go out and investigate this.
Are you disrobed in there? Do you need to
I was
get
going to
robed?
the bath. I have to put my sack of gems on.
I was dropping a storm giant.
But that's dropping the storm. I was riding the storm in here.
Ride the lightning.
I was riding the lightning. All right, so I walk out.
Yes, I think Sir Deck and
Yes.
Sir Deck and the pygmy. They've got themselves in a world of trouble. They I don't know what's going on. There's a whole we've been boarded, sir. We've been boarded.
Oh, by these 10 guys?
Yes, by these 10 guys. Well, with this, yes, and there's lots of people, and they're all like.
Even though we have 200 men at arms here, we can't fight off these things. Okay, well.
Yes, they're there. Yes.
I go see the cleric.
Come on. They're demanding to come on.
Okay, I see the cleric who's obviously leading them. What is the concern?
Yes. Oh yes. Okay. But as you know, so he's there's been alarms have been sounding, and now more guards are gathering. So it's a big to-do. Guards are coming down, and he's standing on this plank that would board your boat, and he's like, "You harbor, you've brought evil," and he yells. The cleric yells, "This boat has come from this. They say they come from the Sea Barons. It's a lie. They are with the Scarlet Brotherhood."
I cast Charm Person on him.
Okay. The Scarlet Brother. All right. That's a save, right?
Yeah, he gets to save.
Okay. Who allowed these people? Elmer did. Where's Elmer? Kill Elmer.
Kill Elmer.
Elmer's evil. Elmer's in the Scarlet Brotherhood.
He saves at -4.
Oh my God. 13, 9.
So 9.
We gotta look that up.
4th level
Is that
cleric
okay?
against
He's
spell?
a 4th level cleric.
Okay. 4th level cleric against cleric thing. He needed a 15. 14.
Okay, so he says they're with the Scarlet Brotherhood. Does he get it out? Hang on. Yeah, Scarlet Brotherhood. And then then that happens, and then so you charm. Yes.
Yes. Hello, friend. Yes, we are pursuing the Scarlet Brotherhood, right, dear friend?
I was wrong. They're pursuing the Scarlet Brotherhood. 3 cheers.
And actually, they are in a tavern that has these. And I describe the room because I don't know where it is. It's a room with this, and they are conspiring against the great city. You should send your forces to search every tavern where they are.
Search every tavern. There's evil aboard.
We will set sail and see if they've tried to escape by sea. Thank you for your service. It will be rewarded in this life and the next.
Excellent. And you see, everyone starts rushing out, and people are screaming in the distance and knocking on doors, cats crying, and so what are you going to do? Are you going to?
Yeah, we're going to raise sail, and we're going to start heading north. And I'm going to continue. I will tell Ferek, you set sail for the north. I will continue to scry on the Scarlet Brotherhood. I assume they will be able to bypass these morons. And once they are on their way, we will waylay them, take the map, find the artifact, and restore our honor back at the Valley of the Mage.
Excellent. Okay.
That'll be a good ending then.
There it is. So it concludes with us sailing out of, but that's our plan anyway.
That's our plan.
We are leaving Marner. We avoided, so just to let you know, so you did successfully avoid having to either pay the militia tax or fight, because we would have had to fight against the
which would have been a bloodbath for
humanoids in the Loftwood, in the Bone March area. So we now know that there is an artifact in the Rakers that the Scarlet Brotherhood is, so we now have information about them, is after, and so people should put suggestions.
And barring any changes in our plans, that is what we're pretending to do. We are moving towards the Rakers to seek this item, which will help us return to the Valley of the Mage and clear our name from this vile charge of vivisection,
and so
which may or may not be true.
We don't. We know if it's true about each other, about ourselves, but not about each other. And just to let people know,
Great job, Dan, by the way. Thank you for that.
And a great job by you. And just to let you know, and I do know you know this because you ran the last one, so this had a bit of a carryover from the last one where we randomly rolled, and those 3 were from the Scarlet Brotherhood. I didn't know that at the time. We didn't know that. And they were in search of they'd heard rumors of an artifact in the area of Ratic, and that's why they were heading there. And so was sort of the fork in the road, where you could either, and the one I rolled was, you could potentially be forced into the militia to head south, but you avoided that, and so we were pursuing this other storyline.
Well, very good. So let us roll a D. I think we are done with the latest adventures.
So I can take this off now?
In a second, because we're just going to end the show. Well, roll a D10.
Okay.
People are saying we should get a +2 for LARPing.
Oh, good point. The LARP bump.
A LARP bump.
You have a LARP bump.
A lump.
A 9.
Wow.
It goes to 11.
It goes to 11.
This show went to 11.
9 + 2.
So this should be the show that went to 11. That's the title, isn't it?
Hold on. Yep, that is exactly the title.
Show that went to 11.
Hold on, let me write that down.
Or LARPing Through Life. It's either one.
So that. Hey, is that the grog line?
Yeah, that's like, come home.
All right, that's right. For the love of Benji, please, what are you doing here still? All right, so thank you so much for that. We hope you enjoyed today's show. We will be on in 2 more weeks for some other shenanigans. And in the meantime, I'm James.
And I'm Dan.
And we will see you next time on Grog Talk. Take care.